Men, I guarantee you, there are no men that are dating or married to women that they don't find attractive. So this conversation around like, oh, the man that's for you might not be the man that you're attracted to, absolutely insane. This is ugly man propaganda.
That post where that lady is on here talking about how she is not attracted to her husband, or talking about or encouraging women to date people that they're not attracted to because the person that you're not attracted to is the one that's going to do the most for you. Like, excuse me, what kind of marriage? Like, what? Like, and then why would you ever even get on the internet and embarrass your spouse that way? Like, why would you ever want to diminish their confidence in that way? Like, marriage is about loyalty and trust, right? There is never a time where your spouse should even think that you would get on the internet and embarrass them for likes and views. Like, I am so baffled at the fact that people are really getting on social media and ruining their marriages for likes and views. Like, whatever happened to just like that undying loyalty and like love? Because like it would hurt me to get on here and like embarrass him. Like, it would literally hurt me to make him feel some sort of way for likes and views. Like, these people are not in your home daily. You're talking about how this man does this for you, does that for you, and then you get on here and embarrass him for some likes. Now you've shattered your marriage for what? Y'all gotta do better. Like, y'all have to think before you post. Think before you post.
Tell me that y'all are bullying this lady on the internet because she says she wasn't attracted to her husband at first. If we're being honest, half of y'all were not attracted to y'all partner at first. Y'all just upset that she got on here and said that. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I grew up in church, so I heard it all the time. Like, people who got with these quote-unquote pastors and deacons in the church, they'd be like, oh, I wasn't thinking about him. He wasn't my type. He wasn't this, X, Y, and Z. If you go online and watch half of the How I Met My Husband videos, most of the time women are on there saying, well, I wasn't really attracted to him at first. I wasn't thinking about him like that at first. You know? Y'all just are offended by things that has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. If they like it, we should love it. Let's go back to those days. If you like it, I love it. Let that lady be happy. Why are y'all mad? I understand y'all are saying, if the roles were reversed and you said it, I understand it, y'all. But what works for other people works for other people. Leave that lady alone. They happy. You can see on her page, she always talking about what she do for her husband because she love that man so much. Y'all just like to make a mountain out of a molehill. So you mean to tell me
talking about how she's not attracted. I'm a little late on this video, but that whole video of the girl talking about how she's not attracted to her husband and goes into thorough detail is a perfect example of what I said a long time ago, where girls will say that they have so much empathy and they're so compassionate, but that only applies to other women. Because before that video blew up and it hit like the other side of TikTok and people started to really analyze what she's saying, and they're like, huh, that's actually kind of a really messed up thing to say about your husband publicly. Like, it didn't even cross anybody's brain, like how insanely rude that is to say about your own husband. And to be honest, I think a lot of girls genuinely feel this way. Like, I meet so many girls where they think they have to pick between being like attracted to their partner or being treated well because you can't have both. And it wasn't until Hefe, like, we're mutual followers here on TikTok, but like that guy made a video saying the same thing in reverse about women, and then finally girls are like, whoa, that's really mean. Now that actually is really mean. This is why I try to tell guys too many times, like, I know a lot of girls are begging you to go take them on expensive dinners and pay for this, pay for that. The guys who are doing that are trying to overcompensate for women like her who are not even really that into him. Because I guarantee you, that dude wouldn't have to go and pay for this and provide for this if she was like her type from the get-go. Because that is a perfect example of some things you just keep in your head, because why on earth would you say that out loud, let alone post it on TikTok? You must have no respect for this man. But that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
I know a lot of y'all dudes gonna eat me up for saying this. Okay, so I know a lot of y'all dudes gonna eat me up for saying this, but I feel like a lot of y'all should take notes from that woman that's not attracted to her husband.
Because a lot of y'all dudes out here, like, y'all be so superficial when it comes to looks and like, oh, she can't have no kids, that a lot of y'all are missing out on the women. Y'all are overlooking the women that will actually be a good partner for you, because you're so invested in like getting your type. Like, some of these chicks that got a little stomach, or that got a baby, or that wear the makeup, like, she might be willing to go 50-50 with you. You know what I'm saying? She might be willing to be with you when you ain't got no money, period. A lot of these chicks that are your type, that you like, a lot of other men like them too, and they're never going to build, they're never going to compromise, they probably not going to want to be with you when you down, because they don't have to, because they know they don't have to, because they're used to people giving them attention and telling them how pretty they is and having 1,000,002 options. So just consider that. Okay.
For not being attracted to her husband when they first met. Same, me too. Seriously, I totally get where you're coming from, and I'll just tell you how we met real quick. Basically, I had been out of prison for like a year, and I saw him, like I met him through some mutual friends, and like I was like, okay, he's like kind of cute, but he was like, I'm tall and he's tall, but he's like really tall, and he was like super skinny at the time, and awkward, and just super like not a whole lot of social skills. He's also a country boy. Grew up farming, tractors, all that. He could like fix anything. But yeah, he's just really awkward and strange. And I was like, this is never gonna work. Like, also he was a corrections officer at the time, like, which is really weird because I had already been out of prison for like a year. So yeah, basically we're just like complete opposites, and I don't know, it took about like 9 months for us to actually like date, after we had like seen each other like in groups, groups of friends a couple times, and then finally I was like, okay, like I'll give it a shot, I guess. And when I like did, he like didn't even know I existed. Like, I was nowhere on his radar. He was completely like oblivious that I was even like thinking about anything like that, right? So yeah, I get it. Like, I just wasn't like, he was awkward. I don't know how else to explain it. And I was like this, I don't know, coming out of prison, I was just coming from the streets to prison, and then coming home, and then meeting him like a year later. I was like, no, this is just definitely not gonna work. But it did, and we've been together for almost 8 years now, and it's been great. And the biggest thing that we have that I appreciate the most is our stability. We've never gone without a roof over our head, and for that, like, we're always truly grateful as a family. So anyway, I'm happy for you, sis. To the creator that's getting...
And it's a whole ongoing trend talking about people, and so I understand it's a whole ongoing trend talking about people and not being attracted to their significant other when they first met them. I got something to say about that. Since when has it been cool to just spread inside business like that? I understand if it was me and my homeboy and my wife and his wife, we was out having dinner, and she says this, but to spread it to the whole goddamn world that she telling us, hey, she wasn't attracted, there's no way in hell I'm gonna let that sit well on my soul, knowing that she told the whole world that she had to grow to love me or grow to like me. Is no way. When I tell you it's no way, listen. Inside business is inside business. I think social media is getting too broad to put personal business out in the world like that. And honestly and truly, I grow to love shoes. I grow to love cars. I grow to love dogs. I'm not growing to love my woman. If I see it and I like it and it matches my soul and my personality, and her personality and her soul matches, then that's what we growing with. We going with that, period. I'm not growing to love nothing. That means I am settling. Nope, 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 nope. So I understand it's a whole...
Settle. Settling is a normal thing. A woman got on the internet and said that she wasn't originally attracted to her husband at first. And that makes sense. A lot of people are out here attracted to their trauma. So yes, maybe her original type wasn't her husband, but she grew into that shit. And hey, it is what it is. Her original type wasn't yielding her the results that she wanted, so she pivoted. And a lot of men do this shit too. People in general do this. This is why it is called settling down, because most of y'all settle. Most of y'all don't end up with y'all original types. That's a rare occurrence. Now, does this cause issues down the line? Of course, because that is definitely why some women be so short-tempered and so irritated and be nitpicking on the man because they're not originally attracted to him. And it's the same with these men, because these men be mean as hell to the women that they're not really attracted to, be cheating, be doing all types of shit because they're not attracted to the woman. But because you wanted to get married so bad and wanted to be with the person who you thought would be the perfect wife or the perfect husband, that is what you get. And the reason why I can say this so confidently, with like this theory so confidently, is because most of the times, like, the pretty ones be vain. Not all the time, but the pretty ones usually don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have any substance. And then the ones who are really good husbands, really good wives, they usually aren't the best looking. Okay, because it's like you ain't got really much else to work on, so you worked on your character, and I get it. And that is where the 80-20 rule comes in. It's like, which one do you care about more? Okay, do you want to get you a solid 7 and then be like, you know what, the character is the extra 3, or do you want to get a fine ass motherfucker on your arm that's a trophy and then be handling all of the logistics in the background just for a show? You know, women.
At first, I wasn't feeling my husband, but I grew to love him. What she said. At first, I wasn't feeling my husband, but I grew to love him. What y'all heard. I really want light-skinned pretty niggas, but I settled for this dark-skinned ashy roughneck nigga because he was doing things for me. What she probably meant. Normally, I go for light-skinned pretty niggas because that is what I was told I was supposed to like. But I tried something different and I fell in love with it. And the fact that he does things for me is an added bonus. Could she have said that better? A whole lot, yes. A whole lot better. But truly, I don't think that woman meant any harm. Like, honestly, she could have left the ashy, dark-skinned part out. But the part about him being a roughneck, I don't think that was bad. Because really, all roughneck means is that you have a little bit more attitude and a little bit more aggression than most. Like Brock Lesnar, he's a roughneck. Tyson in his prime, he was a roughneck. DMX, RIPX, he was a roughneck. That's all that means. But yeah, I think y'all are reaching a little bit too high, though. What she said.
Me to marry no ugly man just because you thought you had to. Don't come over here telling me to marry no ugly man just because you thought you had to. It's one thing to come on here and volunteer to us that you think your husband is ugly. But then to go on and say that you wouldn't have considered him because he did not pass the paper bag test is insane. It's another thing to get on here and think that you are going to advise us to do as you did and marry somebody that we could one day come on the internet and volunteer to people we think is ugly. Now, why the hell would I do that? That does not sound like a blast to me. Just because you can't have it all, don't come over here telling me I can't have it all. I hate that. I hate that. No relationships, no, you should not be so vain, and relationships should not be based on the physical. But God damn it gotta start somewhere. Who the hell want to date? All I'm saying is, I don't want no man doing me no favors. Unless you have the hots for me, unless that thing get to jumping like it's 1999 when you see me, don't come over here doing nothing. I ain't got to be everybody type. That's okay. But my husband's? And I understand, like, a lot of women settle, and that's a whole nother conversation. But I just think it sounds kind of desperate and rushed. Like, what is the rush? What is the rush? Maybe right now a man that you are attracted to that simultaneously treats you right is not approaching you. Maybe right now. Y'all don't have no faith in God. Y'all ain't got no faith. Y'all pray to God for a husband for what you want. You really think he gonna give you somebody that you think is ugly? I'm sorry, I don't serve that type of God. I don't serve that type of God. I wholly feel whatever God has for me, I'ma like looking at it. I'ma like doing a whole lot of stuff with it. No, but seriously, because I'm sorry. especially beautiful women. Yes, yes, men are absolutely approaching you and pursuing you because they think that you are attractive. They absolutely are. And you have every right to do the same. But also, I just think it's so unfair to your partner to be a fucking personality hire. Like, actually, I'm not attracted to you. You just actually happen to have a great soul and personality. Like, me personally, no. I want you to think I'm hot, and I would like you to like me for what's on the inside. But damn it, before you get to the inside, you gotta look at the outside. And at this point, I'm just yapping, but I remember having this talk with my mom, and my mom was just like, girl, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna be real. You know, because sometimes you and your partner are gonna go through rough times, and all you have is each other. Who knows? The economy might get bad, y'all might lose your jobs, you might lose whatever, and sometimes the only thing you might be able to do is be physical. Imagine you going through the worst. When people say, for better or worse, imagine you going through the worst and you don't even want to look at his ass. Y'all can't afford to do nothing. The one thing that's free to do is fuck. And you don't even want him touching you. Absolutely not. I will not be marrying a tree monster because, oh my gosh, I'm just so scared I won't find anybody that won't treat me right. If it gets that damn bad, I will just be alone. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Hell no, I'm not marrying nobody. Don't come.
You don't see. You see that? You like that? Everybody's talking about this lady. I am not attracted to my husband. 1 million views, and she's talking about how she doesn't like her husband for real. So as we can see, several creators have weighed in on this. A lot of people give an opinion, but I'm still waiting on somebody to say what I'm about to say right now. What do you think he was talking about the entire time? What do you think he was telling women to do the entire time? Y'all are mad at this sister. If you listen to the video, she's talking about how she got a man that provides for her. She's not talking about how she got a bunch of kids with a guy that she liked and now they're not together no more. Do y'all realize that's the whole feminist movement? I want to get with a guy that I think is hot. Because out of all the things she said in that video that could be considered negative, a lot negative, she shouldn't have aired that about her husband, but truth still remains. Out of everything that was said out that video, this is the most important thing that was said out that video. Check it out.
He told my mom and he said, no, I want to take her so I can take care of her. I got this. My daddy handed me over so freely because he said, okay.
Did you hear that? That is feminism. That is what women wanted to go against. My father trying to get me to marry James. I won't be with James. James country ugly. I want a fine man. I want Ramon. All the girls want Ramon, and he can sing, and he fine, and he likes all this foolishness. And now that's your baby daddy, and that's her 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 baby daddy. Yes, we get it. We get it. We see Shorty big fine with the kids, so obviously got kids. Somebody wanted to have kids with her. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, I like you. Yeah, I used to play clarinet in high school. Oh, okay, I'm 5'8". She already got kids. They 6'3", 6'4", 240, 260 pounds. Oh, yeah, their daddy was a linebacker. He was going to play for the Rams. Just let her say she like you now. You know what I'm saying? If you still going to get with her, you know what I mean? That's the deal, man. But the whole thing is, back in the day, when you had a daughter, man, you wanted somebody to take care of you. That's the whole reason you going down the aisle, bro, with your daughter. You like, here, you got it now. Women took that away from us, bro. We don't want, you're not going to make me, I want to get with somebody I like. And look what happened. A whole bunch of y'all need to go find somebody out of Trent that's going to provide for y'all, man. Duh. I seen a dude like, oh, man, imagine you working hard and then your lady talking about you. Man, of course these women ain't attracted to y'all, man. I say these women cutting up for Chris Brown and Kevin Gates and all these people, man. It's all about status and money and influence, man. But the sun wasn't shining every day and rainbows wasn't sparkling on me. I didn't have glitter and diamonds and gold every day, and I didn't have a 10-course meal, so I wouldn't have been happy, so I didn't want to be married anyway. Y'all, what do y'all think it is? What y'all think life is, man? Everything ain't sunshine and rainbows every day. Now I feel like I'm on a rant, but y'all get it, man. I'm not attracted to my husband. A bunch of y'all ain't, man. That's why they be liking on the dime, man. Y'all still walk out here, choose up. I got some more history stuff coming. Y'all hot.
So, shout out to TikTok because y'all got what y'all wanted. I made a TikTok video about my husband. And y'all literally just ran with it, bro. And now my husband's seen the video and it's just been a problem ever since. And now you wanna... Now he said that we get a divorce because of the TikTok video, and I said that he was too dark skinned. So I've been packing up all of our stuff. Me and my kids. See, y'all done broke up a happy family of 5. And look at this shit. I gotta move out of my house. Mom. But that's alright, because I don't even care, bro. Me and my kids, we gonna be alright. Okay? We gonna be the fuck alright. So, you hoes got what y'all wanted. All y'all niggas was so, this love could now, don't let this love find me. Well, bitch, now I gotta find another love. So,